जय श्री राम निक्षल भाई कैसे हैं?
All well, Sundarji. Thank you for having me over
Well,
Jai Shri Ram.
welcome to Bharat Marg, and we are so excited to have you here. You know, and you are from Chandigarh, right?
That's right.
And
That's right.
you live in Canada. You run your own successful business. More than being a realtor and running a shop for cricketing sports, this is incredible. Glad to have you here and Bharat
Thank you.
Marg and chat on Bharat Marg. Okay.
Thank you, Sundarji. Thank you for having me over. Pleasure.
Okay, today's topic, okay, we are going to discuss about few things, okay,
Sure.
before we go further. That is, you know, the thing is, there is a huge double standard if you see it, okay. Number one is we will compare with the Nupur Sharma's act on Islam, okay, whatever happened for which the country was burned down,
Sure.
right? Pretty much. And number two, on the other hand, is Kali Mata's abuse that is happening from Canada, and it is being pumped up in India by the other parties and politicians, and
Yes.
how the way the mainstream medias are behaving. Okay, isn't it
That's right.
astonishing? Okay, that's what we are going to discuss about. Okay,
Sure.
and
Absolutely.
and let me ask you this. Okay, is it surprising to you, but that anybody can use Hindus as a punch bag? But at the same time, we cannot even read their scriptures in the case of Nupur Sharma. How do you find it?
Sundar, I appreciate you bringing this forward. Whatever happened in case of Nupur Sharma is really unfortunate. Now, again, I'm sure you saw that, and I'm sure your viewers also saw the debate. A gentleman called Taslim Rahmani was going on and on about Hindu gods. And I think, as a response, Nupur said something. I'm not trying to justify either the parties, but my thing is when you talk about double standards, Taslim Rahmani is the one who actually initiated and basically kept on saying very infuriating things as a Hindu. You know, so if Nupur Sharma is being hanged or questioned for whatever she has done, and that's a separate topic we can discuss about as well. Same standard should apply to Taslim Rahmani as well, right? And so many other people like that who've done it. And I'm talking that for anybody else, whether it's about Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Sikhism, any religion. If somebody is denigrating your gods and going on and on, that the same standard should apply, right? And I think Nupur Sharma has gone ahead and apologized for whatever she has done. uh, I haven't heard anything like that from Taslim Rahmani. So, and I haven't heard, people criticizing him for what he has said as far as Nupur Sharma has said. And fine, has Nupur Sharma said yes? Has she said wrong? Debatable, right? I mean, maybe the way she presented it was definitely wrong, and I don't think that's the way presented. But the way she has been harassed even after she's apologized, I think that's a little too much. And I think the media,
But see, you are absolutely right. He punched and abused her on shivling for 20
absolutely,
times. And what she did, she read from the scripture of theirs.
sure.
And if it is so good, so inappropriate for her to even read from there, why do they have it? Why their clerics quote it?
Sundarji, I'll be straightforward to you. Every religion has its own, people who interpret, the way the religion is. We have the same in other religions as well. So again, my humble request, my thing is, I wanted to look at the bigger issue in this debate, and you're absolutely right about double standards. I mean, the entire media. I keep on checking Indian media to a great extent. I also see Canadian media. They're all against the fact that she has gone on and on and on and said something. But what about, as I said, the previous part, right? My focus is not only about what she said, but look at the crux. Who instigated her? Taslim Rahmani. People like that. I mean, if they instigate and they are left scot free, and Nupur Sharma is crucified, that's not fair. I think that's where the crux of the matter for me is, personally speaking.
And
Yeah,
now this is this girl Manimekalai, Leena Manimekalai.
yeah, absolutely,
We are going to do a video on her, and it is going to come who she is and whatnot and all. Okay,
absolutely.
is she a rice bag? We will explain that in detail for you.
Yeah,
I don't know whether anybody heard of the term rice bag.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, but thing is, she abuses, and Mahua Moitra, the TMC MP, abuses Kali
absolutely.
Mata,
Yeah, yeah,
and these are all okay. because they are just abusing in their term Hindu mythology. This is okay, but Nupur Sharma has to be hanged.
And that's what I'm coming to, Sundar. You very rightly pointed out. I mean, I have been critical of, this lady, Leena. I'm sorry, I don't get her last name. I've actually, gotten after her on Twitter, tried to raise the local platform as well, reached out to Aga Khan Museum as well. From what I see, Aga Khan Museum has cancelled her documentary, being shown there. So I think
Leena
that's a big,
Manimekalai, yes.
yeah. So I believe, the last communication I saw from Aga Khan was that they've cancelled her screening. And lots of Hindus like you and me, and I think we've trolled her extensively on Twitter. My concern's not about her artistic creativity. My concern is, do you have to depict our goddesses and our gods in that manner? I mean, I understand when you have a movie like PK, which shows Shivji running around, which is very derogatory. You have people like, Leena, showing goddess Kali smoking. I mean, I'm sure there are many ways and better ways to show, artistic creativity than just denigrating our
No,
gods, right?
why only Hindus? That's a question. Why
I'm
not
abs-
others?
I'm
You
absolutely
don't
with you,
have
Sandra, and
courage to
I
do
think I
that.
think we are a soft target. I'm being straightforward to you. I appreciate and applaud the efforts of people like you who are bringing this forward, but we are a soft target. I mean, imagine doing this to any other community without taking names, they would crucify the person, right? I think I'm not saying that we go to that extent, but definitely we have to be as assertive in putting it across that it is not acceptable anymore to denigrate our gods. Absolutely not, in any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely. And see, you said about PK. Or
Yeah,
now there is a Ranbir Kapoor's movie coming where the villain is having a big tilak and all those things. You know what I'm talking about? Where how the
absolutely.
Hindi movies have been portraying the villains with the tilak.
Shodhar, my thing is very clear. I mean, now that we have come across, sometimes the advantage that we NRIs have is that we are looking at our country from an outside in perspective, which lots of Indians don't have that. And me sitting in India also would not have that. You know, being born and brought up in India, reading CBSE history books, history was my favorite subject. All I remember reading from them is Mughals. I mean, we barely had 10 pages on, the Chalukyas and, the other dynasties, and, all our great kings. But we had, a full textbook on Mughals, as if Mughals were the ones that made India. So that's one part of it. You look at Bollywood. I mean, for that matter, even though I like movies, but I've actually started getting turned off with them. I mean, you will always see, even the old movies that you see, you will see a pandit who will be wearing a big tilak, and he'll be the one who will be either corrupt or, trying to oppress the poor person in the family, and that's the same portrayal. Even if you look at Times of India,
Whereas a Christian father will come and run the orphanage,
absolutely,
you know,
absolutely, absolutely.
or the imam will provide food for the poor.
See, my thing is, I don't appreciate such generalizations. I mean, there'll be good and bad people in every religion, right?
Right.
So I'm just saying, try to portray it as fair. I have no problems in one movie showing that, but then there should be other movies supporting the other side also, right? So that's where I'm coming from. This is just preposterous the way they portray it, and unfortunately, we as a community have to we also combine together and, be proud of ourselves. I was seeing the statistics the other day. I mean, Christians have close to 100 countries for themselves that they call their
Mhm.
own. Muslims have close to about 53, 56. Buddhists, I mean, which is a very docile religion, if I may say so, if I can use that word, they have 10 countries to themselves. And Hindus have just one country. I mean, I won't even say one
No,
country
that is
because,
a secular country.
yeah,
Never
yeah,
even dare to say that.
absolutely. And I mean, I am proud to be part of India, and I want it to be secular for all my lifetime and future lifetimes also. But at the same
I
time, we
want
have
to
a
ask the
country.
users when you say that, will they be interested to be in a secular country or Hindu Rashtra? It's very interesting to know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with all respects, when this thing happened, and I totally respect the fact that the Muslim nations, had a view on what Nupur said, and fine, if somebody says that to my God, I will also, uh, what do you call that, criticize. But at the same time, if you look at it, only country for Hindus is India as of now. If you ask me, right, that's the only country that people can come from. My question from the government in itself is, when you have, I mean, all across the world, in Pakistan you have Hindus getting oppressed, in Afghanistan you have Hindus getting oppressed, call them back. I mean, just a small thing like an asylum, get them back. Same thing for Sikhs. If you ask me, Sikhs only have one country to go to, India. Where
No,
else
no,
do you find them?
many of them think they have Khalistan, so
I mean,
wherever
that's a
it
diff-
is
that's
available.
again, Sondra, I think that's a very small quote. I mean, coming from Punjab, very, I'll be honest with you, most of them very positive and pro towards India, and
Right.
you'll have a small element in any community that be against, right? So my focus is on the bigger picture. So
Absolutely.
we have to look at those aspects, right? If you ask about what is a country where Hindus can go to, yes, it's India, right?
Absolutely. But see, very interesting. Okay. For reading from their own scripture, Nupur Sharma is suspended from the basic membership of BJP.
Sure.
She has been fired from being a spokesperson. And so many FIRs have been filed, so many open threats to cut her head,
Yeah.
open threats to degrade her, so many things. But the people who defend and abuse Kali, the people who abuse Kali Mata, they get a platform to come and defend themselves.
But Sundar, I absolutely agree with you. And the thing is, let's be transparent and practical in my aspects. I think what BJP did was a little too much. Suspending her maybe fine at the end of the day, maybe she crossed the line and that's fine. But going to the extent of, throwing her out of the party primary membership and all that stuff, I think that's not fair on her part. I mean, she's apologized for what she has said. That's one part. As far as this this documentary on Kali Mata is concerned, and across media, if you look at it, these rags like Washington Post, I'm taking a different direction, Washington Post, New York Times, are promoting Rana Ayub like anything. Is she a journalist? I mean, please reach out and read about her background. I mean, all she has done is Gujarat Files, which is also very debatable, if I can say so, correct?
No, it has nothing to do with that. Supreme Court has cleared totally everything, and these
Everything.
people,
Yeah,
now all the so-called activists are going behind the bar. That is for
yeah.
sure.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, something happened. Nobody's denying it, but you have to respect the courts, right? The court
Yeah,
gave a final decision that he's scot free. He's scot free. It is fine.
and
That is what
our
you can.
people are our people are crazy. See, the Ajmer Dargah is giving a open threat that
Absolutely.
they will cut off Nupur Sharma,
Yeah.
and our people take the chadar and go there, like this, as if these secular guys are so funny.
See, Sundar, I'll be straightforward. I mean, very honest to you. Uh, you cannot have this kind of statements being made by anybody. I mean, even if whether it's a imam of Ajmer Sharif, whether it is a temple priest of, let's say, even a temple in India, you cannot make these kind of statements. That if you kill this person, I will give you my house. If you kill this person, bring a head to me, I will give you 1 crore. Where is this country going to? I follow Gaurav Arya extensively. He keeps on saying that today one community is saying this. Tomorrow, let's say if somebody says you kill this person, and I will give you 1 crore rupees for that, then where's the country heading to? You can't do all these things. This is all archaic stuff, like
Yeah, but that
centuries
is
ago this
happening
might
in
have happened.
India. Kamlesh Tiwari was done away with that the same way, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
I mean, this is preposterous. I mean, somebody comes and kills, behead somebody. He makes a video, challenges the prime minister of any country. How is that acceptable? I mean,
absolutely,
and then they get arrested, and then there's a connection formed of across the country, across our borders. I mean, this is all disgusting to say the least. And there is a statistic which which I believe the other day I was seeing on Arnab Goswami shows also, that this is just a perception that people have created, that all these problems have happened post 2014 when Modi has come into power. Did Hindu Muslim rights not happen before 2014? And lot more people got killed before 2014. It's just that media presentation is such that everything has happened after 2014. All the problems in the
absolutely,
world have happened after 2014, which is very sad. And that's where I call it's all double faced, and it's all biased towards a particular
absolutely.
sect.
I just want to say for the benefit of the users here, okay, something,
Sure.
or the viewers, okay. Number one, okay, at Bharat Marg, we are doing extensive studies on bursting the concept called mythology. However, Ramji, Krishnaji, they were history of our holy land of Bharat. Okay, in fact, there were only two dharmas before: Rakshas Dharma and Sanatan Dharma. What is Rakshas Dharma? My way or highway? Sanatan Dharma is taking on everybody and saying Vasudeva Kudumbakam. But you know
Sure.
what, we are doing extensive study on it. If you are watching this video, I'll highly recommend you to like, subscribe, because as of now we started doing a lot of live videos so that you get informed. Make sure to press the notification button too. And you have comments, okay, you can just go ahead and comment us, what is your opinion on this subject. In fact, we are running Sanskrit class for free, because see, the moment we lose our Sanskrit and our Sanskriti, we are nobody. We are in Nam only Hindu. And we also do a lot of dharmic work, okay, like Annadan, Godan, and we support these things, and Havan, Puja. So we will recommend you any questions you have regarding our dharma. Your children may have questions. Make sure to you get connected. See here, the WhatsApp number is given here, +1 647 964 4790. Get connected to the WhatsApp, and also send us a message so that you can get our one dharmic message. And if you have any questions, you can ask us too, okay, and we will love to answer it for you. We are fighting for only one thing, on exposing our enemies of Sanatan Dharma, and we fight for our Desh and our Dharma, no matter where we are, and we are where we are fighting from. And Nikshalji, what is your last word on the subject?
I just think, Sandarji, that I think it's time that Hindus in general, get together, form a strong fist. I am trying to be very transparent. Please accept everything around. And don't get me wrong, I am also secular to a great extent, but only to the extent that my religion is not harmed. That for me is important. Till the time you respect my religion, I will respect yours, and that works for the entire world. Let's get together, criticize, do whatever our bit. I'm not asking you to go and hold flags out there, but the moment you see something which is derogatory, call the person out. That's the first thing that has to be done. We called out this person who's holding a show in Canada. That's why the show got cancelled, right? So do your bit, call out wherever you see something wrong is happening. you know get the community together, stand up for what your religion is, stand up for your values. Once you do that, people from other communities will also respect you a lot more. we are respected
Absolutely.
for we are respected for our brains, for our hard work, but we need to be respected also as a self-respecting community of people as
Absolutely.
well.
And
That's very
you know
important.
what? We will request our Hindu leaders and organizations also come together and work as a unit. And we need, say, lawyers working together, other organizations working together, and
Sure.
support our businesses, support our people to each other, on time of need. This is how you start the fight for your Desh and Dharma. Because if we don't have Desh and Dharma, tomorrow our kids are in jeopardy in following the Desh and Dharma. If we don't have something, how they can follow. But anyway, great to have you, Nishalji, and we will talk in detail. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sandaji. Thank you for having me over. Thank you, sir. Thank you.